makes it better. Guac makes everything better. I've had a lot of questions on how do I eat plant-based when I'm going out to eat. And going plant-based or going vegan, of course I'm all about the whole food sources. However, you have to live a real life, and that includes going out to eat, that includes socializing. So how do you still live this lifestyle but not feel like, oh, I can't go out to eat because there's nothing to eat? So these are my really tried and true tips to going out to eat plant-based. The first one is to check the menu before you go. And I will do this with any restaurant that we go to. If we're thinking about, oh, I want to try this option or I want to do this, I will always check the menu before you go, because not only are you going to see if they have some vegan or plant-based options, you are going to see, do I have anything that when I get to that restaurant, I'm not choosing very spontaneously, I'm choosing very deliberately based on the options at hand. So first and foremost, if you know where you're going, check the menu ahead of time if you can. The second thing kind of goes hand in hand with choosing the more healthful option. This includes choosing options or identifying the best option on the menu that may be more low fat and more full of vegetables. So do they have some sort of salad or like stir fry or something that is going to be really hearty with vegetables that you only have to pull off maybe the meat portion of it. The other part to that is you can also look for something that is steamed, baked, the better than the fried alternative. So if you are able, check the menu, but then also look for the options that are more healthful and more laden, more full of vegetables. On the flip side of that, you want to avoid dishes that typically say like crispy, fried, creamy. I usually avoid creamy because the natural way that most standard American restaurants make things creamy is they add a ton of milk products or cheese. So that in itself is one, not plant-based or vegan, but two, typically not very calorically friendly, as well as just pretty pro-inflammatory. So you're gonna leave that meal probably feeling heavy and feeling kind of meh. So that I always stay away from those three words. The next thing, and I think the hardest thing and the thing that I struggled with, was not being shy and not being afraid to ask for exactly what I want. And in restaurants, it's not that I'm like, I want this very complex dish that's not on the menu. It's typically something in the way of, oh, can I have your steamed rice with this set of vegetables? Or for example, when we go to a Mexican food place, I will ask for their veggie fajitas, no sour cream, no cheese, add guac with a second thing of salsa. And or like the veggie burrito, I'll ask for extra veggies, no sour cream, no cheese, things like that. There are ways to work around it, and you have to be a little more proactive to get what you want. And this also applies to everyday life and being successful in life. So if there is something that I can like apply this to every aspect of your life, is don't be shy and don't be afraid to ask for what you want, because you may find that that restaurant or that chef is super vegan friendly, will prepare, they will often have a different set of options. I've actually experienced this where we went to a restaurant, they had a certain customer that came in like it was off menu, they knew they were vegan, and so we're like, well, we have this option. It was amazing. So you will find that, as well as the flip side of that, when you are asking for what you want, don't be shy, don't be afraid, but also be polite. Smile, say, you know, hey, I have these dietary preferences. I have, even on certain circumstances, knowing that either a restaurant has been really good about it or they're not really good about it, I will say, hey, I have an allergy to dairy, or I have an allergy to this. So sometimes just be nice about it, but don't be afraid to ask, because really the worst thing is there's a no. And that is with life too. So highly recommend, don't be shy, don't be afraid to ask for exactly what you want. Another option is if there is a veggie burger on the menu, I typically ask, is it vegan? And I will get a veggie burger if it is, with just all your normal vegetables, no cheese. Typically it's a safe thing. And fries, pretty safe. You see those like vegan memes where they're like, ordered the only thing on the menu, and it's either beer or fries or like water. It's kind of the same principle, I guess. But anyway, there's typically a good workaround, and all it takes is you asking or just being very like, this is what I want. So if I find that we're going to a sandwich place, I will typically ask for a sandwich, all the veggies please, and I will go with a mustard based dressing or like a vinaigrette or something that I know is safe. So there in itself, if you're looking like you're going to a sandwich shop or something, you know they're gonna have vegetables, you know there's probably gonna be some sort of vinaigrette or some sort of mustardy kind of dressing. So again, a kind of a safe workaround. Plus you can always put some guac on it. Makes it better. Makes it better. Guac makes everything better. The other thing that I do is if we're going to a pizza place, I want a veggie pizza, extra veggies. I want a tomato-based sauce, no creamy, no anything with animal products, no cheese. Guys, you will be surprised at how good pizza is when it is not covered in cheese. And even some of the pizza places that I've been to, depending on the region of the United States I'm living in at the time, they will have the Daiya cheese or some sort of like vegan cheese. All you have to do is ask. And I think, is it Domino's? Domino's now has a non-dairy vegan cheese on their menu, because I can't remember which pizza place it was, but if you guys have been around for a little bit, you know that my background is travel nursing. That's how Living Whole got started, and then I did this whole full-time thing, and I travel all the time. And so one of our go-tos when we are traveling on the road, or it's our last night and the kitchen's completely packed and we're heading out for the next location, is we'll actually do pizza. But we'll do pizza in that way with no cheese, extra veggies, tomato-based sauce, and you will be surprised at how many places are actually now offering vegan options. We have had some vegan meats. We've had like really some crazy good experiences because one, we've asked, and two, we've opted for pizza, which is always the way to go. Pizza, guac, gosh, what else? I love food. I love food. If you guys don't know this, I love food. So I hope those are helpful. Those are some of my tips that I've kind of cultivated as I have lived this plant-based lifestyle. It's not always easy until our consumer base changes in places you start asking for and you start actually buying and supporting plant-based brands. Things aren't gonna change until the money's behind it. So I highly recommend, also guys, you vote with your dollar. So what you're purchasing, what you're supporting, that is where you speak, where your values are, because so much of the world, money talks. That's just what it is. And if there's an industry and they can make money off of it, there's going to be more options. And slowly the plant-based movement has gotten better. Even in the past like 2 or 3 years with plant-based vegan options, there's like a ton more crazy good options. So slowly but surely. Holy moly, it's hot. I'm gonna wrap this video up. It's like 100 degrees. Anyway, so those are my plant-based eating out tips. Hopefully they're helpful. If you guys think of any more, or if there's something that you do that I didn't mention in the video, I'd love to know, because even as I meet people, I pick up different tips and tricks. So again, guys, thank you for watching. It doesn't hurt when you like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for all the new goodness, and I will see you guys in the next one.